point in my life means so much and so much more than I ever thought that it could.
It's really cool. We interact really well, and there's a lot of love.
Especially as a woman, you know, you feel very capable and strong.
Powerlifting has started in 1972. When I became involved in powerlifting, we had man and woman competition separately, and we brought then man and woman together.
The years before this was, you know, a male-dominant sport. Females have come into the sport, and you know, we're showing that we can be really strong and capable too. So that's a really good feeling.
In IPF, in our sport, every time somebody is there to help out. And I think this is a very good values, to be honest, to be fair play, to respect each other. I'm motivated by all the friendship we have over the world, that it's for me a much bigger value than having a lot of money.
It's not only something that I love to do as a sport, but it's so many friends, I've seen so many things, and I've had so many opportunities that I never ever dreamed I could have.
It's really cool to come to people from France or Italy or Germany or Japan, and we all have this commonality of wanting to be strong and better powerlifters, and it kind of brings us together.
Everything has to match, especially we, as physios or as coaches, we try to maximize what the athletes can perform in this time frame, and we try to give our best.
So they can do their best.
It's really cool that now I have friends in a community across the world, opposed to just like within my city, and like we get along great. I message them all the time on like Instagram or whatever the case may be, just like check in. The silver lining to it all, it teaches you to continue to work. It teaches you that there's still stuff to be done. It pushes you to be better, to do more. Sometimes if you're at the top, you can get complacent.
My dream is that we should become IOC recognized sport. The athletes fighting for the medals, and I'm fighting for the IOC recognition, and I say every time to the athletes, never give up.
And that's a wrap. Let's go see the competition.
And welcome back to the IPF World Classic Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships, live from Cluj-Napoca in Romania. My name is Elias de Buck, and I will be your commentator for this next session. We will be seeing the 52 and 57 kg women sub-juniors today. In 10 seconds, the spotters will load the first bar for our first competitor stepping onto the platform. And the competition will be kicking off with Erika Polisari from Finland. She's opening with 90 kilos, which is 10 kilos under her personal best. And I've said it a few times, the SBD singlet from Finland is one of the most beautiful ones in my opinion, although they all look great. And a nice and deep squat. No question about depth. And the referees agree. 3 white lights. The next competitor stepping onto the platform is Yuna Nishiyama from Japan, 92.5 kilos on the bar, which is 10 kilos below her personal best. And that looked like a great opener. 3 white lights, good lift. Next one up to the platform, Dora Gostak from Hungary. And she is opening with 100 kilos. And that looked like a great opener. And it is 3 white lights, good lift. Lucia Bernabeu Gomez from España, 102.5 kilos on the bar for her opener. Looked easy enough. 3 white lights, good lift. And the bar is loaded for Alejandra Mondragon from Mexico. And she is opening with 105 kilos, which is 10 kilo below her personal best. And that looked like a smooth opener. 3 white lights, good lift. If I haven't mentioned before, we are having 2 flights. The first flight you're seeing now are all the sub-junior 52 kilo lifters. And then in the second flight, we have the 57 kg sub-juniors. Nikola Tomsova from Czechia, 107.5 kilos, matching her PB. And that is how an opener should look. 3 white lights, good lift. Walking right onto the platform, Shireen Hussein from Bahrain, 110 kilos, also trying to match her personal best. And that looked easy enough. 3 white lights, good lift. It is not uncommon for sub-juniors to open this heavy in terms of comparison to their personal best. The rate of adaptation is quite high with these youngsters. Let's see how many kilos they can put on to their personal bests. Now our French lifter Cassandre Olivier, 112.5 kilos, 2.5 kg above her personal best for her opener. And really nice and controlled on the way down and pushes straight up. 3 white lights, a good lift. Alice Del Fabbro from Italy, 117.5 kilos, opening 7.5 kilo below her personal best. Very fast into the hole, a little bit slower out coming out of it, but it sure enough was a good lift. 3 white lights. And the bar is loaded for Jessica Haggerty, USA, opening up with 125 kilos. 2.5 kilo above her personal best. Oh, it looks like she missed a bit of balance on her way up. She says, "I'm okay," shakes her head like, "I just made a tiny mistake and I will surely correct it on my second one." You see here, her right foot caved in and she fell forward. But now on to Elisa Misiano, Italy, 135 kilos. Also 2.5 kilo above her personal best. No, unfortunately, she did not make the lift. I wonder if that also was a technical error, but I can't quite tell. It looked a bit heavy though. But she'll have 2 more chances to correct that mistake. This already concluded the first round of the 57 of the 52 sub-juniors. And Erika Palosari from Finland is kicking off the second round, and she has jumped 7.5 kilos to 97.5 kilos. It's definitely work, and she shifted a bit to her left side, but it's a good lift. 3 white lights. Next up, Yuna Nishiyama, Japan, with 100 kilos. Took a 7.5 kilo jump. And that looked like a great second attempt. Let's see what the referees think, and they say it is a good lift. 3 white lights. She's given a little nod of affirmation to her coach. Yes, I'm feeling good. And the bar is loaded for Lucia Bernabeu Gomez, 107.5 kilos. Took a 5-kilo jump from her opener. And that looked exactly like her opener. 3 white lights, good lift. Dora Gostak from Hungary next on the platform. She took a 7.5-kilo jump from her opener to 107.5. And her form keeps being really tidy all the way through her lift from start to finish. 3 white lights, a good lift. And the bar is loaded for Shireen Hussein from Bahrain. 5-kilo jump to 115 kilos. She is currently sitting in 3rd place on the squats, looking to try to step it up to 2nd place, but we have a lot of other lifters trying to take that away. And that looks good, but unfortunately 2 of the side referees gave it a red, which indicates depth. And it was definitely not convincing. It was on the border. Unfortunately, the referees say it was on the wrong side of the border. She will have another attempt in the 3rd round. But right now we are looking at Nikola Tomsova from Czechia, attempting 115 kilos, trying to go from 6th to 2nd in the squats. A bit more work, but it looks very well executed, and it is a 3 white light, good lift. The bar is loaded for Alejandra Mondragon from Mexico. She is attempting the same weight, but because she is just a tiny bit heavier, she cannot overtake Tomsova. So she's trying to go from 7th to 3rd in the squats. And they moved well, but what do the referees say? And I was already looking at it. 2 red lights, no lifts. Unfortunately, let's take a look at depth. And this was the good side, but it was definitely on the higher side. And when I'm talking about depth, is the hip crease needs to be below the top of the knee. Cassandre Olivier, La Douce France, 117.5 kilos on the bar. Trying to take 1st place with this into the 2nd round. And she pushes through. I think she's got it. And it's a 3 white light good lift. Now we have 3 more lifters, and 2 of them have not gotten a valid squat in yet, and they are the 2 favorites today on prognosis in total. So they are really looking to clean up their first attempt into their second one. Alice Del Fabro, Italy, 122.5 kilos. This will put her in temporarily. This will temporarily put her in first place. And she's a fighter, but no, just too heavy. And a great catch from the spotters. Their job is to keep the lifter safe, and they did. And as you can see, she failed the weight, but very correctly stayed with the bar so she can ensure the safety of the spotters. Now, an important lift, we see Jessica Haggerty on prognosis, the silver medal, trying to retake 125 kilos. I think she had a balance issue coming up. Let's see if she can correct it. No. Oh, again. Unfortunately, let's take a look. The exact same thing happened. I think this time it happened a little bit higher even. But yeah, she just goes on the inner side of her foot and her knee goes forward and she falls over. Now, Elisa Misiano, Italy, also trying to retake her opener. It looked more like a strength issue on the first one, but hopefully she can prove me wrong. And this looked like a completely different squat. It was certainly not a strength issue. She is on the board. She has 3 white lights. Now Haggerty is in a bit of a tough spot because she needs at least 1 valid squat to make up a total and not lose her position. Let's see what happens in the third round. Erika Palosari, Finland. Another 7.5 kilo jump to 105 kilos. No, but unfortunately, just a tad too heavy. And the bar is loaded for Yuna Nishiyama, Japan. 105 kilos, gives a little bow, showing respect to the spotters, to the referees, and the crowd. It's a beautiful thing to see. And she pushes, she fights. She definitely had a sticking point, but in the end, it worked out. 3 white lights, good lift. And she smiles, she nods her head. Great lift. Next to the platform, we have Lucia Bernabeu Gomez, 112.5 kilos. Trying to add 5 kilos to her total. And it was a struggle. 2 white lights. She got 1 blue, but it does not matter right now because it was a good lift. Let's see what it was for. I think it was for downward, but the bar definitely did not go down. And I see the jury table is not phased at all, so they will not overturn it. We have a jury table that always can contest a certain outcome if there's on one side or 1 white or at least or 1 red. Shireen Hussein from Bahrain, 115 kilos. And it was a fight, but 2 red lights. Unfortunately, I was worried. Just the same as our second attempt. And a depth issue. It was, again, it was on the border. And the coach is contesting at O, and it got overruled. It was on the right side of the border this time. The jury has overruled Mondragon. No, I'm sorry. Alejandra Mondragon is who you see on the platform right now with 115 kilos. And that looked good. 3 white lights, good lift. So the lift that got overruled was from Hussein. And the bar is loaded for our next competitor, Dora Gostak from Hungary. She's fighting. I hope the referees think it's good, and they say it's a good lift, 2-1. They gave 1 red light on the left side, and again, it was on that border, but 2 of the referees said it was good, and the jury table is not phased. Cassandre Olivier, France, with 120 kilos on the bar. She's currently sitting in 2nd place in the squat event. This to further protect her position. Wow, what a nice fight. And she'll be happy with that one because it's a good lift, 3 white lights. 4 more lifters, and I have a little something for you because I can see a world record will be attempted at the end of this flight. So don't go anywhere. But first up, Nikola Tomsova from Czechia, also 120 kilos. She is heavier than our previous lifter, so this will put her into 3rd position in the squat. Unfortunately, it was too heavy, but another great catch by the spotters, securing the safety for the lifter. Alice Del Fabbro, Italia, 122.5 kilos. She's already in third place in the squat event and trying to go to silver with this one. Also projected third in overall. So just trying to collect those important kilos. And she's a fighter. A little scream. And it worked out perfectly. She's screaming. She's very happy. So she should be. And she just put another 5 kilos towards her total. Now, a very, very, very important lift for Jessica Haggerty, USA. 130 kilos. She missed 125 on her first and second. Not on strength. It was a balance issue coming up out of the hole. Can she correct her mistakes? Third time's the charm. Come on, Jessica. And this time she gets up. She does not fall forward. And the referees gave it to her. 2-1. 2 white lights. Good lift. Only one side, the right side referee gave it a red. For depth, it looked good from here. But now, what we've been waiting for, a new world sub-junior squat record attempt from Elisa Misiano, Italy. She missed her opener with 135, got it on her second, and trying to get that world record on her third. And she goes deep. She gets up really nicely. And it is a new sub-junior squat world record for Misiano. 138.5 kilos. What a lift. That concludes the third round for the 52 kg sub-juniors. And we go straight up to the 57s. And the bar is loaded for Grace Roberts from South Africa. She's opening with 77.5 kilos. Seven and a half kilo shy from her personal best. And that was like a rocket out of the hole. 3 white lights, good lift. The bar is loaded for Maiju Lehtimäki, Finland, opening with 80 kilos. Very quickly in and out of the hole. And the referees say it is a good lift. The next lifter stepping onto the podium is Hannah Carpal from Great Britain. 90 kilos on the bar. And this was a very nice looking opener. 3 white lights, good lift. And this is how you want to make your opener look. Nice and safe. Get one on the board and then squeeze out what's left in there on your second and third. Jitka Dekova, Czechia, with a 95 kilo squat opener. And that was a nice squat, 3 white lights, good lift. We're moving into triple digits. Makoto Inoue, Japan. 100 kilos. Only 5 kilo away from her personal best. Under the watchful eyes of her coach. She tilted a little bit on the way up, but it is no problem. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Gabby Watman, Great Britain, 120 kilos. 10 kilo below her personal best. And that was a great looking opener for Gabby. A 3 white light, good lift. Next onto the platform, a Norwegian lifter, Elizabeth Haakonsen, also attempting 120 kilos. And also a great looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova, Czechia, with a 122.5 kg. She hasn't even been competing for a year, 17 years old, and just 2.5 kg shy of her personal best. She's got 18 more seconds, which in she must get a squat command or she'll time out. Got a command at 7 seconds, but she got it nevertheless. 3 white lights, a good lift. Another French lifter, Loan Venot, 122.5 kilos on the bar. And that was smooth. 3 white lights, a good lift. Very nice and deep. No question about depth at all. And we will be going to Abigail Hanrahan Miller, 127.5 kilos. She is projected in 3rd overall. And when we're talking about projected totals, we're talking about every known attempt so far if they were to be successful. A very narrow stance. And it came up super quick, but was it deep enough? It wasn't. And that was what I was afraid about. Let's see what she does on her second attempt. It was definitely not deep enough. It's in her best interest to just retake the weight, go a little bit deeper, and get a successful lift on the board. Eleni Guerrera, USA, 130 kilos, projected in 1st overall. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift. And she has started the day perfectly. Now the heaviest opener of the 57 kg sub-juniors, Chloe Tang from Singapore with 145 kilos, only 3 kg shy of her national record of 148 kilos. She's projected in 2nd overall. Also a very narrow stance, very quickly in and out of the hole. And this is a good lift. 3 white lights. And the bar is already loaded for the 2nd round. Maju Lehtimäki from Finland. 5 kilo jump to 85 kilos. And that was smooth all the way through. A 3 white light, good lift. The bar is loaded for Grace Roberts from South Africa, also attempting 85 kilos. Very nice looking second attempt. 3 white lights, good lift. Hannah Carpal from Great Britain walking on the platform, attempting 100 kilo. Took a 10 kilo jump. And she got up, but I'm not entirely sure about depth. And as you can see, 2 referees give a red light for depth. It was not convincing and just on the higher side of the border. Oh, but the jury does not agree with me. It was overruled and it is a good lift for Karpal. You're looking at Jitka Dekova from Czechia with 102.5. Just to have a great catch by the spotters. She will have another attempt at it on her 3rd attempt. The bar is loaded for Makoto Inoue, Japan, 105 kilos. I'm not completely sure about depth, and she has gotten 2 white lights, so it is a good lift. The right side referee said no depth. But it is a good lift. Next up, we have Abigail Hanrahan Miller with 127.5 kilos. She missed this on depth on her first. She will be looking to get it a little bit deeper this time. She has an extremely narrow stance. And let's see if she can find those extra centimeters of depth. We're waiting for one more referee, but I'm afraid. Oh, she gets it. 2-1, good lift. I'm very excited for her. The left side referee gave her 1 red. The other 2 said it was deep enough this time. Next up, we have Wanda Penkakova from Czechia, also 127.5. This would temporarily move her into bronze medal position. And it is work. The work paid off. 3 white lights. And the bar is already loaded for Elizabeth Haakonsen from Norway, attempting the same weight, 127.5 kilos, but she is about a half a kilo heavier, so she will not be overtaking that bronze medal position. But that looked great, and she will be adding 7.5 kilos to her total. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded. Gabby Watman, Great Britain, 130 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from her opener. And she drives that powerfully upwards. It's a good lift, 3 white lights. This just moved her into 3rd medal position. And the bar is loaded for Loane Venot from France, also attempting 130 kilos. But because she is heavier than Watman, she will not overtake her bronze medal position in this 2nd round. The beep you hear is an indicator for the lifter that she has 30 more seconds before she needs to have given a start command, a squat command. And she only has 10 more seconds. Gets the squat command at 5 more seconds left. Very deep. She drives it up powerfully. And it is a good lift, 3 white lights. We're moving on to Eleni Guerrera, USA, with 135 kilos, a 5 kilo jump. Let's see if she can solidify further her silver medal position in the squats and her 1st place overall. It's work, but she gets it up. What do the referees say? 2-1, good lift. The right side referee gave her a red for insufficient depth. Now, a very, very impressive 2nd attempt from Chloe Tang from Singapore. 155 kilos. Worth mentioning, the world sub-junior squat record is sitting at 160 kilos. So if all goes well, you might see a jab on the 3rd. And that looks strong, and I think we will see a jab at the world record. 3 white lights, good lift. She's happy and she knows she will be attempting it. And this already concludes our 2nd round. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. Singapore is leading. Silver medal position, USA. And in 3rd medal position, Great Britain. Kicking off the 3rd round Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland with 90 kilos. And unfortunately, that was a little bit too heavy. Great catch from the spotters. And as you should, she stayed with the bar until it was wrecked. Grace Roberts from South Africa, attempting 90 kilos. Getting a lot of encouragement from her coaches. And I think it paid off. And she smiles. She has 3 white lights, a beautiful third attempt. And the bar is loaded for Jitka Dekova from Czechia. She missed this weight on her second attempt, and she has another shot at it right here, right now. And she's a fighter with success. 2 white lights, a good lift. Only 1 red light from the left side referee for depth, but it was good enough for the other 2. And we're already moving on to Hannah Karpal from Great Britain, 105 kilos. And just too heavy, unfortunately. The bar is already loaded for Makoto Inoue from Japan with 110 kilos. And she got it up, but I think she cut it high this time. 2-1, no lift on depth. And she's smiling. I think she knew herself. Yeah, it was a bit high, as we thought before. The bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova from Czechia with 130 kilos on the bar. She looks confident. she keeps fighting, but no. Ooh. She did let go of the bar. I encourage the lifters not to let go of the bar. Never let go. Ensure your own safety and ensure the safety of the spotters. But we're moving on to Elizabeth Håkansson from Norway, 132.5 kilos. This will put her temporarily in the bronze medal position. Kom igen. And she's driving, but just at the end, it was a bit too heavy. Abigail Hanrahan Miller, 135 kilos, trying to take a shot at the bronze medal in the squats. Remember, she missed her first attempt on depth. She got it on her second, but can she do it with 7.5 kilos more and still hit depth? And it's a fight, but what do the referees say? Unfortunately, no lift. And she is very disappointed, but fortunately she does have one squat in. She's in the race and she can make a total. She's still projected third overall. Now, already in bronze medal position, we have Gabby Watman from Great Britain trying to further solidify her place. And I think she's doing it. That looked like a good squat to me. And it was 3 white lights for Gabby. The same weight as Gabby Watman, we have Loane Venot from France. She will not be taking the bronze medal away from Great Britain because she is the heavier lifter. But this will put 5 more kilos onto her total, and that will bring her closer to Hanrahan Miller to try and get on to the podium overall. And that looks very deep, and she's fighting through. The bar went up in one smooth motion. 3 white lights. A good lift. And the bar is loaded for Eleni Guerrera from USA with 137.5 kilos. She's in silver medal position. She cannot lose her position. But this is for 2.5 kilos more onto her total. And she fights it up. But I'm waiting for the referees. And it's unfortunately no lift. And now what we've all been waiting for, a world sub-junior squat record in the 57 kg women division for the sub-juniors. 160.5 kilos for Chloe Tang from Singapore. And she pushes, but no. Unfortunately, just a bit heavy. She makes a little bow to the crowd, to the spotters, and to the referees, thanking them all. She's happy. She's happy. She's safe. And we'll take a quick look at the rankings. Currently sitting in squat gold, we have taking squat gold. We have Chloe Tang from Singapore. Taking silver, Eleni Guerrera from USA. And in the bronze medal, we have Gabby Watman. We will be taking a short 10-minute break. Don't go anywhere, because after this we have the bench press for the 52 and 57s. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you then.
The bench press is the second movement performed in a powerlifting competition. It's a movement that mainly uses upper body strength. A slight back arch is authorized and allows for a stronger and healthier shoulder positioning. Laying down on the bench, the athlete has to create points of contact between his head, shoulder, glutes, and the bench. His feet has to lay flat on the ground, with the heels in the contact with the floor. Once that position is locked, the central referee gives the start command. The lifter lowers the bar until it touches his chest. The lower underside of both of his elbow joints have to be at level or below the top surface of each shoulder joint. He then has to stabilize the bar for the referee to give him the press command. The lifter has to push the bar back up until the complete extension of his elbows. The central referee gives the rack command and the lift is completed.
There are 4 main reasons to have a no lift on that movement. First, if you're not able to fully extend your elbows at the beginning and at the end of the movement. Second, if you don't touch the chest with the bar, or if your elbows don't go at level or below the top of your shoulder joint. Third, if you're not able to maintain all points of contact with the bench, knowing the head, the shoulders, and the butt. Fourth, if the lift isn't completed in a single upward movement.
We are back at the IPF World Classic Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships. We've had 2 flights with incredible squats from the 52 and 57 kg sub-juniors. We are going to start with the bench press event. And we're starting with the 52 kg women. The bar is loaded for Shireen Hussein from Bahrain. 50 kilos on the bar. And that right there was a good opener. She already put 10 kg onto her personal best, so she must have made good progress. Next lifter on the platform, we have Dora Gostak from Hungary, also 50 kilos on the bar. That was a good looking opener. 3 white lights, good lift. And the bar is loaded. We are seeing Yuna Nishiyama from Japan walking onto the platform. 52.5 kilos on the bar. And that was a great looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift for Nishiyama. The bar is loaded for Alice del Fabbro, Italy, 62.5 kilo opener. Only 2.5 kilos shy of her personal best. And that's a great looking opener. Three white lights, a good lift. The bar is already loaded for our next lifter, Nikola Tomsova from Czechia. 62.5 kilos. And she must have the national record in the bench press, because her personal best is 60.5 kilos. And that's a great lift. And the way I know it's a national record is because it's an increment of a half kilo, not 2.5. And a half a kilo increments can only be done by national records on a national level event or for world records at an international level event. The bar is loaded for Erika Palusari from Finland. 65 kilo opener, and that is 7.5 kilo beneath her personal best. A little bit tougher, but she did hold it a little bit longer than she had to on the chest. Three white lights, a good lift. And the bar is loaded for Alejandra Mondragon from Mexico. 65 kilos. Already 2.5 kilos above her personal best. And that was a great opener. Three white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Lucia Bernabeu Gomez. 67.5 kilos. This to match her personal best. a lifter from Spain. And that was another great looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. Three more lifters to go in the first round of bench press. Elisa Misiano from Italy, opening 70 kilo on the bench press. This is 2.5 kilo above her personal best, so I really hope she's not opening too heavy, because for a world record to count, you need to have a valid total, and you need at least one good lift in every event. And it was not too heavy. She got it up really nicely. 3 white lights, a good lift. And if she gets another deadlift attempt in, the world record will be hers. And the bar is loaded for Cassandre Olivier from France. 72.5 kilo opening weight. And this is just above her national record of 71 kilos. And that looked good to me. And the referees agree, 3 white lights. And the bar is loaded for Jessica Haggerty, USA, 75 kilos. She is giving precise instructions to the main spotter, who will be giving her a handout or a lift off. Important to let them know what you like. And that right there was a wonderful opener. She's on the board with 3 white lights, a good lift. That concluded the first round in the bench press. We are going to the second round. The bar is loaded for Shireen Hussein from Bahrain. She opted for a 2.5 kilo jump. It's the smallest increment possible unless you are attempting a world record at this competition. And it was just too heavy, unfortunately. Fortunately, she does not lose any kilos with that because she took the smallest amount possible and she just could not lift it. So all in all, nothing is lost. Next up, we have Dora Gostak from Hungary, and she will be attempting 55 kilos. And it's just too heavy. Maybe she just misplaced it on her chest. Let's see if she can correct it at her third attempt. And the bar is loaded for Yuna Nishiyama from Japan. I love how she gives a little bow when she steps on and off the platform, showing some appreciation to the crowd, the spotters, and the jury. And that's a great lift. And of course the referees. 3 white lights, a good lift, and she looks very happy with that. The bar is loaded for Alice Del Fabro, Italia. 65 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener. And a little bit slow off the chest, but she manages to fight through. 3 white lights, a good lift. Walking onto the platform, we have Nikola Tomsova from Czechia, and she jumped 5 kilo to 76.5 kilograms. And it's just too heavy. She couldn't get it off of her chest, unfortunately. Next up, stepping onto the platform is Erika Palusari from Finland with a 70 kilo bench press attempt. And it was a bit of work off the chest, but it is in fact a good lift. And the bar is loaded for Alejandra Mondragon, Mexico. 70 kilos. And it's work, but she manages to find the strength. 2-1. The center referee gives her a yellow. Let's see on the replay what that could be about. So usually that indicates jumping command or any lifting of any sorts. Probably the butt, that is the most common. We did not see that. But we're already on to the next one. Elisa Misiano from Italy with 72.5 kilos, trying to go from third to second in the bench press event. And there was a conservative jump and still easy. 3 white lights. And she's still sitting projected total in silver medal position, with only Haggerty 1.5 kilos above her if she gets her second attempt. But before that we can see her second attempt, we have Lucia Bernabeu Gomez from España. Her second attempt of 72.5 kilo. Ooh, a wonderful catch. I think the bar was about a millimeter away from her nose, but we have some great spotters catching and keeping our lifter safe. The 2 last lifters yet to have done their second attempt. The first one up is Cassandre Olivier from France. And she is trying to take a gold medal position in the bench press with 77.5 kilos, with Haggerty still having to have a go. And it's work, it's tough, and unfortunately she cannot push through. No lifts. Let's see if she can redo this on her third attempt. But before we go into the third round, we are seeing Jessica Haggerty from the USA, already in gold medal position at the moment, further solidifying her position with 80 kilos on the bar and trying to solidify her overall position. And it's work, but she pushes through nicely. And that is a good lift, 2-1. She did get 1 yellow. I do not think she skipped command, but she did kind of lift her butt. It looks like she didn't lift it all the way up. So I think she will be well, and it will stay a good lift. And we are kicking off the third round with Shireen Hussein from Bahrain trying to retake her second attempt of 52.5 kilos. And she gets further than the last time. I think she has it. And it is a good lift. She is happy with that. We have now Dora Gostak from Hungary with 55 kilos on the bar. No. Try to hold on to the barbell, please. No lift. And I don't know if it was her on the squats, but we did see a lifter that also let go of the squat when they failed. So please try and not do that. Stay with the bar until it is in the rack, safe and secured. Next up, we have Yuna Nishiyama, Japan, 62.5 kilos, going for a personal best of 2.5 kilos. She's trying to get into perfect position. And it is just a little bit too heavy. No lift, unfortunately. Next up, we have our Italian lifter Alice Del Fabro with 67.5 kilos. She's indicating where she wants that handout or lift off to end up. But it's too heavy, unfortunately. Again, it was only a 2.5 kilo increment. So it was the least possible amount she could go up. So in fact, she did not lose anything. Her previous attempt was the heaviest she could have gotten. So nothing is lost. Now Nikola Tomsova from Czechia, also trying to retake her second of 67.5 kilos. And let's see what the referees say. It's a good lift. I did wait for the lights. She got one yellow. I thought she jumped the command just a little bit. The center referee said it was good. So all in all is well. Alejandra Mondragon, Mexico, 72.5 kilos. 2.5 kilo jump from her second. And it was just too heavy. Same story here. She does not lose any kilos. Currently sitting in silver medal position in the bench press event, we have Elisa Misiano, also from Italy, trying to further solidify her place with 75 kilos. And really trying to stay close to Haggerty on the total, the projected total that is. And she does not manage. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too heavy today. But now Erika Palosari from Finland has a chance to jump from 5th position to silver medal position in the bench press. Should she get this? Of course, there are others trying to take that away from her. And unfortunately, that is also too heavy. And the bar is loaded for Lucia Bernabeu Gomez. 75 kilos, jumping from 6th to 2nd. If she has a successful lift. And she keeps fighting. That was an impressive fight. And she has 2-1 good lift, 1 yellow. Let's take a look at the replay. I don't think her butt came off. Her heels were still in place. Her head did not lift from the bench. So all is well. And she just solidified a medal in bench press. But let's see what color of medal, because we have still Cassandre Olivier from France, who is currently in 3rd position, trying to overtake that silver medal. And unfortunately, it is too heavy. She still has the bronze. Oh, and the jury has overruled, but which lift? I can't see it on the screen. I'm not sure. But let's first take a look at Jessica Haggerty from the USA. 82.5 kilos. I cannot see a single lift being turned green on the screen, so I think it was a little mistake. Jessica trying to widen the gap on the projected totals. And she can. That was a beautiful lift. And that's 2 white lights, good lift, 1 yellow. Let's take a look at the replay. And unfortunately, I do see her butt coming off. Let's see what the jury table says. But we're already going into the second flight with the 57 kg sub-juniors. And Jessica Haggerty's lift has not been overruled, so it is a good lift. And now Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland, 45 kilos. Three white lights, a good lift. And the bar is loaded. Grace Roberts from South Africa, 45 kilos on the bar. That looked like a great opener. The bar is loaded. Jitka Dekova from Czechia, 50 kilos on the bar, trying to match her personal best. And that was a lovely looking opener. 3 white lights. Good lift. The bar is already loaded for our next lifter. Currently walking on the stage, on the podium rather. Hannah Karpal from Great Britain, attempting 52.5 kilos. And that was a strong looking opener. 2-1. I think that means skipping command because it comes from the center referee. It looks good. But next up we already have Makoto Inoue from Japan, and she is attempting 52.5 kilos as well. And that was so easy. If you blinked, you missed it. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Gabby Watman, Great Britain, having her opening attempt of 57.5 kilos. Lovely looking opener. A good lift. Next up is Loan Vino from France. 60 kilos on the bar. If she gets this one, she will match her own record, her personal best. And that was very easy. And it is a 3 white light, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova from Czechia. 62.5 kilos, also trying to match her personal best on her opener. And that is a lovely looking opener. 3 white lights, good lift. Abigail Hanrahan Miller. Next up, Canadian, opening at 67.5 kilos, also opening at her current personal best. And that was wonderful. She only got one squat in due to depth, and she's taking another strategy for bench press. Opening light, getting on the board, and building from there a great lift. Now Eleni Guerrera from USA, 67.5 kilos, giving instructions to the head spotter. This is how I would like my liftoff. Thank you very much. And that was very explosive. Let's see what the referees say. This is what I thought. I thought she jumped command. This is the yellow card from the center referee. However, the two sides have not caught that, and they say it's a good lift. Next up, our second to last lifter, opening with 72.5 kilos, our Singaporean lifter Chloe Tang, just 1 kilo shy of her national record. And that was very incredible. Super easy opener. And a 3 white light, good lift. I imagine she will be improving her national record by some kilos today. And now the heaviest opener in the 57 kg category. 80 kilos from Elizabeth Haakonsen, Norway. And there was a bit more work, but still a good lift. 3 white lights. It was a bit harder off the chest, as you will be able to see from the replay. But after she got it off, it was smooth to the top. Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland. 47.5 kilos for her second. It was work. Her right side came a bit later, but it is a good lift. Nevertheless, 3 white lights. Grace Roberts from South Africa with a 50 kilo second attempt. And that is work. But I think that the work paid off. Oh, but it didn't. It's 2-1. No lift. 2 yellows. Let's look at the butt. And yeah, I did see some daylight there. Very briefly. Very marginally. But nevertheless, it lifted up. So unfortunately, there will be no lift. Jitka Dekova from Czechia saying, that was a great handout. I want it again. However, do know the spotter might not remember completely how your liftoff was. But it looked like she liked it this time as well. A 3 white light, good lift. The bar is loaded for Great Britain's Hannah Karpel, 55 kilos. And wow, that was so easy. She definitely has more in the tank. She only took a 2.5 kilo jump, but it is a 3 white light, good lift. And I'm sure the next one will also be great. But we're already moving on to Makoto from Japan. Makoto Inoue, also attempting 55 kilos. Wow, and again, so easy. Just like the previous one, 3 white lights, good lift. But note, percentage-wise, a 2.5 kilo jump is sizable. It's about 5% jump So another 2.5 kilos, maybe more difficult. Gabby Watman from Great Britain also jumping 2.5 kilos to 60 kilograms for her second attempt. And that was a bit more work, but very smooth all the way through. Smooth and steady all the way through. A great attempt. And now walking onto the platform with such confidence, Wanda Penkakova from Czechia, 65 kilos. And wow, incredible. It was super smooth. 3 white lights. The bar is loaded for Loan Vino from France, 65 kilo. This is a 5 kilo jump. About 8% increase. Making sure her setup is correctly. And that was a great second attempt. And it's a 3 white light, good lift. And that was very important, keeping up with our next competitor, Hanrahan Miller Abigail from Canada on the projected total. Vino is projected 4th, and Abigail Hanrahan Miller is projected 3rd. If she can hit this 70 kilos, she will keep her slight advantage and stay just ahead of Vino. And wow, she can, and that was so easy. 3 white lights, and she just jumped from 4th to 3rd place in the bench press event. But there's still 3 other lifters to go. So we will have to see in the 3rd round. Next up, Eleni Guerrera, USA, 72.5 kilos. Trying to get in silver medal position and further solidify her projected total in 1st place. And she got it up nicely. 3 white lights, good lift. She's clapping her hands, smiling all the way through, walking off with such confidence. Only 2 more lifters in the 2nd round. Next up, we have Chloe Tang from Singapore. She went up 5 kilos. And she will be moving from bronze medal position to silver medal position if she's getting this one. And wow, she did! That was an incredible second attempt as she skips off the platform. 3 white lights, good lift. The bar is loaded. We are seeing Elizabeth Haakonsen from Norway already in first place position in the bench press event. Trying to further solidify her position. Trying to keep it safe from Tang. And she did it! 3 white lights, a good lift, and she is safe in gold medal position in the bench press event. Chloe Tang is not trying to overtake her. And we are kicking off the third and final round of bench press for today with Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland. 50 kilos on the bar. But it's just too heavy today. No lift, unfortunately. Grace Roberts from South Africa, 50 kilos, trying to retake this from her second. And this is way better. 3 white lights, good lift. She just found another gear. And that was a fantastic looking third attempt. The bar is loaded for Jitka Dekova from Czechia. 57.5 kilos. Trying to better her personal best by 2.5 kilos. And it's work, and I think she just pushed a little bit too much towards her belly button, to her front. Let's take a look. Maybe it just was a little bit too heavy, unfortunately. But we are already moving on to Great Britain's Hannah Karpal. 57.5 kilos. Also trying to improve her personal best by 2.5. And she fights through. Good lift, 3 white lights. And the bar is loaded for Makoto Inoue from Japan. 57.5 kilos as well. also trying to improve her personal best by 2.5 kilos. And wow, her 3 attempts all look the same. 3 white lights, good lift. Each and every attempt was a smoke show. She definitely has more in the tank. Let's see if Gabby Watman from Great Britain also has a bit more in the tank. Trying to match her personal best with 2.5 kilos. And it is work, but she keeps fighting. She keeps fighting, but I think she's stuck. Wow, what a fighter. But she had to give in. But she cannot say she did not give it her all. A beautiful fight. The bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova from Czechia. 67.5 kilos. Hasn't even been competing for 1 year. And trying to improve her personal best by 2.5 kilos. And wow, it is a fight! But she manages to push all the way through. 2 white lights, a good lift. She did get 1 yellow from the right side referee. Let's take a look if we can see why. From this angle, I cannot see anything. It will be a good lift. And we are heading into the last 5 lifters from the bench press event. On the platform, you see Loan Vino from France with 67.5 kilo. And she's a fighter. It was a grind, but from start to finish, a good grind. 3 white lights, a good lift. Right now, to further solidify her 3rd place overall on the projected total, Abigail Hanrahan Miller from Canada, 72.5 kilos. This to try and stay 2.5 kilos ahead of Loan Vino. And she did. It is, in fact, a good lift. 3 white lights. She is pumped. Gives a high five to her coach. We got this. And that looked great. Now the 3 last bench presses. First up, we have Eleni Guerrera, USA, 75 kilos. She's in 3rd position in the bench press event. But this is to solidify her first overall position. And it is not a good lift. It is too heavy, and this leaves the door open for Chloe Tang, which will be next up. If she gets this 80 kilo bench press, not only will she be walking away with silver in bench press, she already has squat gold, but she will match the total of Guerrera in total. And she did. It is a great bench press. 3 white lights, and I think she improved her own personal best and her national record by 7 kilos in total. She came in with a 73 kg personal best and walked away with an 80 kilo personal best. And now the only person who is yet to lift her third bench press attempt is Elizabeth Haakonsen from Norway, already in gold medal position. But this for 2.5 extra kilos onto her total. And she's pushing, but no, unfortunately, it is a no lift. She did not lose anything with this. We will be looking at the replay, and after that we are having a quick look at the scores. So for the bench press in gold medal position for the 52 kg sub-juniors, we have Jessica Haggerty. In silver medal position, we have Elisa Misiano from Italy. And in third place position, the bronze for Cassandre Olivier from France. For the 57s, that is, we have in first place position the gold medal in bench, Elizabeth Haakonsen from Norway. Silver medal, Chloe Tang from Singapore. And bronze goes to Eleni Guerrera from USA. Don't go anywhere. We will be taking a short 10-minute break until we kick off the deadlift event. Don't go anywhere. I will see you then.
The deadlift is the last movement of the powerlifting competition. On that movement, the lifter's whole body is used and put to the test. The athlete approaches the bar once the central referee calls bar loaded. He then has 1 minute
to start the lift.
In the conventional or sumo position, the athlete has to pull the barbell until his shoulders, hips, and knees are fully locked. Once that position is assumed by the lifter, the central referee will give the down command. The bar has to be lowered to the ground without the lifter being allowed to drop it until it touches the floor, which completes the lift. At the end of deadlift, the powerlifting total is made, which determines the winner and final placings. There are 4 main mistakes to avoid. First, not locking your shoulders, hips, or knees at the end of the movement. Second, not completing the lift with a single upward bar movement. Third, completing the lift hitching at the legs in order to allow you to do so. Fourth, dropping the bar after the central referee down command.
Good evening and welcome back at the 2023 IPF World Classic Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships. My name is Elias de Buck and I will be commentating this competition. We are on the final event, the deadlift event, for the 52 and the 57 kilogram category, Sub-Junior women. We've seen a lot of great squats, a lot of great bench presses, but now is where everything unfolds during the deadlifts. I promise you this will be exciting. We have some close competitors trying to fight for those medals, those podium spots, and kicking off the 52s. First round, Erika Palusari from Finland, and she just smoked 110 kilos. She is the first to make a total. Let's see if the others are going to follow her. 3 white lights, a good lift. These women are all 18 or under. Impressive lifting. And we're now looking at Lucia Bernabeu Gomez from España, 115 kilos. The lockout was a bit harder, but the referees, oh, and yeah, it was 2 blues, so no lift. Let's take a look. Yeah, and I think that was for a bit of downward movement. She had like a sticking point, and it wasn't one smooth movement. Already on the platform, we have Yuna Nishiyama from Japan, 115 kilo opener. And that looked great. A good lift, 3 white lights. Looking at the replay, you will see a slower start, but then when the bar gets going, it is super easy. And this is very typical for a sumo stance. Sumo is when your hands are grabbing the bar inside of the legs. Alejandra Mondragon, Mexico, 115. Smoked it. If you blinked, you missed it. 3 white lights, a good lift. Elisa Messiano from Italy, 120 kilos. And again, a very smooth opener. And the bar is loaded for Nikola Tomsova from Czechia with 122.5 kilos. Wow, that was smooth. Very nice. 3 white lights, a good lift. Now, Jessica Haggerty from the USA is coming out for a 125 kilo deadlift opener. She is looking to solidify her second place overall. And she is very close to Messiano. Wow, that was easy all the way through. 3 white lights, a good lift. I'm promising you a tight battle between Messiano and Haggerty. And then another great battle will be for 3rd place between Cassandre and Alice. On the platform we see Cassandre Olivier from France, 125. And we have seen some great openers. 3 white lights, a good lift. And right now the bar is ready for Alice Del Fabbro from Italy, 130 kilos. She needs this to stay close for the 3rd place overall. Slow off the floor and a very snappy lookout at the top. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Dora Gostak from Hungary. She's opening with 130 kilos. But no. And she is looking at her coach in disbelief. She does not understand. It is a no lift. We have now 2 athletes without a valid deadlift attempt in. But they have still 2 chances on her 2nd and 3rd to correct that. But now keep your eyes on Shireen Hussein from Bahrain. 142.5 kilo opener. By far the heaviest opener. Now let's see how she can move this. And it moves easily. And notice this is a 32.5 kilo increase on her personal best. A 3 white light, good lift. And that concludes the first round. We will now be getting into the second round of the deadlifts. The pace is really fast. The spotters are doing a great job. The bar is loaded for Lucia Bernabeu Gomez from España, 115 kilos. She got 2 yellows on her first. Let's see if she can correct on her second. If she can lock it out properly. I think she did. 2 white lights, a good lift, still 1 yellow. Let's take a look what for. I do not see anything wrong. And I don't think the jury sees anything either. But already onto the platform, Erika Palusari from Finland, 120 kilos. And it is a great lift with 3 white lights. And I feel like we are moving really quickly, keeping a great pace in this competition. And the bar is loaded for Yuna Nishiyama from Japan. A 10 kilogram increase from her opener. 125, gives a little bow to the referees. Gets ready. Make sure she has a nice position. And if she locked it out correctly, it is. She has 3 white lights, a good lift. And the bar is already loaded for Alejandra Mondragon from Mexico, 125 kilos. And that was a great second attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift. And the bar is loaded for Elisa Misiano, Italia, 127 kilos. This will move her into first place overall and the bronze in the deadlift so far. And she just did 3 white lights, a good lift. Now to try to overtake that bronze medal position, we have Nikola Tomsova from Czechia with a 130 kilo deadlift. And slow off the floor, but snappy at lockout again. It's a good lift, 3 white lights. Now, our only lifter to have yet a valid deadlift in, Dora Gostak from Hungary, 130 kilos. She switched from sumo to conventional, but unfortunately it is too heavy. And she is so disappointed. Unfortunately, it's a young woman. She's making experience at a world level stage. She will be taking lessons. It will be a hard lesson, but she will take a lesson out from this. Next up, Jessica Haggerty from the USA, 135 kilos. This to put her in first place total so far and second in deadlift. An important lift for Jessica. And she did. The referees say 3 white lights, a good lift. We have 3 more lifters in the second round of the deadlifts. Next up, in third place overall, trying to get a silver in deadlift, Cassandre Olivier, La France, 135 kilos. Oh. And she lost balance. She walks it off like nothing happened. She will surely retake this. Let's take a look at lockout. Oh yeah, you see she pushed her, while she pushed her hips forward, she leaned too much on her right toes and she just couldn't maintain her position at the top. But now Alice Del Fabbro, Italy, 137.5 kilo, trying to go from bronze to silver in the deadlift and 4th to 3rd overall. And she does get it. So she moves into bronze medal overall over I'm just looking at the screen. That was a great lift. We're going to the last deadlift in the second round. We have Shireen Hussein from Bahrain. And she jumped 7.5 kilos to 150 kilos. Already in gold place position in the deadlifts. Looking to further solidify. And I think she just did. Three white lights, a good lift. So leading on the prognosis, on the totals. If I can get the screen back. So we have Jessica Haggerty in first place overall, followed by Elisa Messiano. And in third, we have Alice Del Fabbro. But very close behind, Cassandre Olivier and Shireen Hussein in 4th and 5th place. Let's see what we can do in the third round. These women are performing incredibly today. The bar is being cleaned between each and every lift in the third round of deadlift to give them the perfect opportunity to get their thirds. 120 kilos on the bar for Lucia Bernabeu Gomez from España. And it's tough at the lockout, but she keeps fighting. She keeps fighting. She locks it out. And the referees say it's a good lift, 2-1. 1 blue from the left side referee. I think that was for downward, but the bar just stood still. So I don't think it's an issue. Now, for another 10 kilo jump, Erika Palosari, Finland, 130 kilos. trying to increase her personal best with 2.5 kilos. And it was slow off the floor, but she fights through lockout. And it is a 3 white light, a good lift. And we are having an attempt change. Let's take a look. And it is from Yuna Mishiyama from Japan. She will be trying 132.5 kilos. We have another attempt change by Alejandra Mondragon, and she will be attempting 137.5. But first of all, let's take a look at Yuna Nishiyama, Japan. 132.5 kilos on the bar. And slow off the floor, gets it over the knees. Can she keep going? No, unfortunately. She is stuck at the knees. She gave it her all, a valiant effort. She gets a warm applause, a big applause from the crowd. She is a bit emotional, but walks off the platform with her head held high. A great performance. Now an important lift. We have Elisa Messiano from Italy attempting 137.5 kilo. This will put her temporarily in first place overall. And deadlift from sixth to silver. And she's going, but no, the bar is glued to the ground. She is still in silver medal position right now. And I think she's safe, but we can't be sure until everything unravels. But now we have Cassandre Olivier from France. She went up 2.5 kilos despite missing 135 on her second, trying to go from 7th to 2nd in the deadlift and going from 4th to 3rd overall, trying to get on the podium. She gives a little smile. Can she pull it? And I think she did. She did. She jumps from joy. 3 white lights, a good lift. Wow, we are seeing some amazing lifting. Right now, we are waiting for the next lifter. And the bar is loaded for Nikola Tomsova from Czechia. 137.5 kilos. She is heavier than Olivier Cassandre, so she will not be overtaking her position in the deadlifts. But she does get this deadlift. 3 white lights, a good lift. And the same story goes for our next competitor, Alejandra Mondragon from Mexico. She will also be attempting 137.5 kilos, but she is also heavier. Heavier than Messiano and heavier than Tomsova, I'm sorry, and heavier than Olivier. But to add 12.5 kilos. And wow, this was still easy. Some room left in the tank. 3 white lights, a good lift. Right now, we are going to the next lifter. And she is ready. She's giving a little nod of affirmation. Yes, I got this. She's already currently sitting in first place position, but she needs to defend. She wants to get silver on the deadlift. She already has gold overall. Nobody can take that away from her. But this for a silver medal extra in the deadlift event. And I think she just did. And she is happy. 3 white lights. A good lift. With only 2 more lifters to go. The only person that can take away silver from her in the deadlift event is our next lifter, Alice Del Fabro from Italy. She can change the outcome in the deadlift event. She can still take silver with 145 kilos. And this will, more importantly, take her from 4th to 3rd overall. So to get onto the platform and a silver medal in deadlift, Alice Del Fabro. But unfortunately, it is too heavy. She says, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm gonna walk off the platform on my own. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. The world record in the sub-juniors is 156 kilograms. And Shireen Hussein from Bahrain is attempting 156.5 kilos. The chips are being added on the bar. And this is a world sub-junior deadlift record. The crowd is going wild. She walks on the platform with determination. The crowd gets up from their chair. Taking her time. And she is going, and she's pulling, and she locks it out. And let's see what the referee say. It is a good lift. And that is a new world sub-junior deadlift record. Some great lifting. But don't go anywhere, because we are going straight into the second round, into the second flight better. The 57 kg lifters. So a quick overview. Deadlift gold goes to Shireen Hussein. Deadlift silver to Jessica Haggerty. And deadlift bronze goes to Cassandre Olivier. Wow, some great lifting. The bar is already loaded for the next lifter, Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland, attempting 95 kilos on her opener. And that was as smooth as can be. 3 white lights, a good lift. And we're already having Grace Roberts from South Africa on the podium. On the platform, rather. And she lifted 105 kilos with ease. And that's a 3 white light, good lift. And the bar is loaded for Jitka Dekova from Czechia with a 115 kilo opener. And that was really easy. Three white lights. The bar is loaded for Makoto Inoue from Japan. $115 kilos on the bar as well. Looking for a great setup. And that was an easy opener. 3 white lights, good lift. Wanda Penkakova from Czechia, looking to get a 120 kilo opener. And I think she just did. She did. 3 white lights, a good lift. Next up, the gold medalist in bench press, Elizabeth Håkansson from Norway, attempting 130 kilos on her opener. And unfortunately, I think she wobbled at the top, and that is 3 red lights. So as you can see in the replay, it was lightning fast, but because it was so fast, she had a little wobble and the bar went down a bit before she had the down command. But she can retake it on her second. But now we have Gabby Watman from Great Britain, 132.5 kilos. And that looks good to me. And it is a 3 white light, good lift. And the bar is already loaded for her teammate, also from Great Britain, Hannah Karpal, 132.5 kilos. That was a great looking opener. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Loan Vinot from France, opening with 145 kilos. And these are some big openers because the world sub-junior world record is 163 kilograms. And that looks good to me. It is 3 white lights. And we are mounting up bigger and bigger openers. We only have 3 more lifters in the first round. And we have a little surprise at the end of this round. But first and foremost, we have Abigail Hanrahan Miller from Canada, 150 kilos. Her personal best is 150.5, so a national record. And wow, it was kind of slow off the floor, but once the bar started, it was super snappy. 3 white lights, a good lift. Right now we have another lifter attempting 150 kilos. And that is the Singaporean Chloe Tang. Hasn't even been competing for 1 year. And already projected first in total. If she gets this deadlift, she's looking really nicely. And wow, she did! That was a great deadlift. 3 white lights, a good lift. I'm really excited about what she can bring next. Is she going to take a big jump? Because the next lifter, Eleni Guerrera from the USA, is opening with a world sub-junior deadlift record. And I don't know if you can hear, but the crowd is chanting USA, USA. She's hyping herself up. 163.5 kilos on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Eleni. This will also put her in the silver medal position overall. And a little hard on the top, but I think she got it. And it's 2-1, good lift, silver medal position so far. But remember, this is only the first round of the deadlifts. We have a lot more lifts to go, a lot more to happen. So don't go anywhere because there's a lot more to unfold. And the bar is loaded, kicking off round 2. Maiju Lehtimäki, Finland, 100 kilos. And that is a good lift. 3 white lights. The bar is loaded for Grace Roberts from South Africa. 112.5 kilos. And she can lock it out. That is a good lift. Makoto Inoue from Japan is next up with 120 kilos. And she manages it all the way through a good lift. And the bar is already loaded. She quickly got onto the platform. Jitka Dekova from Czechia with 122.5 kilos. Hasn't even been competing for a year. And just like her opener, she made it look easy. 3 white lights, a good lift. The bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova from Czechia. Took a 7.5 kilo jump. 127.5 kilos on the bar. And that was very easy looking. She has more in the tank. A good lift. The bar is loaded. Stepping onto the platform, we have Gabby Watman, Great Britain, 140 kilos. And that was smooth. And a 3 white light, good lift. Now, a tricky move. We have Elizabeth Haakonsen from Norway. She went up 10 kilos. She did not get her first attempt in. And she needs a valid attempt for a total. But she made 140 kilo look easy. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1, good lift. So she had a little wobble at the top, but the bar did not go down this time, I think. She almost fell forward, but she did not. So it's a good lift. And on the platform already is Hannah Karpel from Great Britain, also attempting 140 kilos. and it is glued to the floor. She gave it her all. She had a good day, but unfortunately, the deadlift was just a bit too heavy. Next up, trying to go from 5th to 3rd overall, Loane Venot from France with 150 kilos on the bar. This is only the second round, so we have a full round left to go after this one. And that looked like a good lift, a little segmented. However, it is a good lift to the one blue card from the left side referee. Let's take a look. And I think that was for downward, but the bar did not go down. Now, already in second place in the deadlift, trying to go from 5th to 3rd overall. Tried to overtake Hawkinson. Abigail Hanrahan Miller with 157.5 kilos. Canadian. And she is slow off the floor, but when she breaks it, she gets up nicely. Like you can see, a great lift. 3 white lights. And a high five to the coach. 2 more lifters in the second round. We have Chloe Tang from Singapore, 162.5 kilos. Remember, just a few minutes ago, this was a half a kilo beneath the world record. She's trying to go from 3rd to 2nd on the deadlifts and keep her position in 1st place. She gets this one. And she does! She solidifies her total, and this is a world sub-junior total record for Chloe Tang. $397.5 kilos in total, and she is not done yet. She still has 1 to go. And another World Sub-Junior deadlift record attempt from Eleni Guerrera from the USA. 171.5 kilos. Eight kilos above the current world record she just set a few minutes ago. She is in 2nd place overall. If she gets this, she's certainly safe. But for now, let's take a look. The World Sub-Junior deadlift record attempt. And she gets it going. Can she lock it out? I think she can. And she's spraying, but no. She has 3 blues. The referee said the bar went down. I did not see it go down. But remember, the referees have the best place in the room. Unfortunately, it was a no lift, but she can try again on her third attempt. We are kicking off the third and final round of the 57 kg class sub-junior women. And we are having Maiju Lehtimäki from Finland on the platform with 105 kilos. And she completes the lift, and it is a 3 white light good lift. The bar is loaded for Grace Roberts from South Africa with 120 kilos on the bar. And she's pulling, she's fighting, she keeps fighting, she's trying to lock it out. And what a fight. Unfortunately, she got 2 blues. I think it's for resting on the thighs. As you can see here, she does support the bar a little bit on her legs. And that is called hitching, which is not allowed in the IPF. The bar will be cleaned each and every attempt so that every lifter has the best circumstances to get a valid third attempt. Makoto Inoue from Japan, 125 kilos for a new personal record. And she's fighting, and she is locking it out, but I'm looking at the referees because I think it is a good lift. And she is crying in disbelief. She is proud, and she should be. She has performed really well. But we are already going into the next lifter, Jitka Dekova from Czechia, with 130 kilos on the bar. And a great third attempt for Dekova, a 3 white light good lift. And she is hopping and skipping off the podium, off the platform rather. Wonderful. And the bar is loaded for Wanda Penkakova from Czechia, 132.5 kilo on the bar, a 5 kilo increase to her second attempt and her own record, her personal best. And she locks it out. But let's take a look what the referees think. It is a good lift, 2-1. She got 1 blue for hitching. But it is a good lift, 2-1. The bar is already being loaded. Hannah Carpel from Great Britain getting another chance to 140 kilos. It was a little bit too heavy on the second. Let's see if she found a bit of extra strength in the warm-up room. And unfortunately, the bar is glued to the ground. But she has given it her all. She can be proud of herself. This is a world championship. The standards are crazy high. We have 6 more lifters. Gabby Watman, Great Britain, with 147.5 kilos to lift. And she gets it going, and she keeps going, and she gets it over her knees, locked out, and the referees say it's a 3 wide, light, good lift. And that just took her into 3rd position. Oh no, so I'm sorry. I'm already looking at a different screen. Next up, we have our Norwegian lifter, Elizabeth Haakonsen. 152.5 on the bar. She will be able to get onto the podium with this lift, should she be successful. From 5th to 3rd, with 4 more lifters to go. And she's locking it out. She's trying, but unfortunately, it was a little bit too heavy. She is fine. A bit disappointed. But she cannot say she has not given it her all. A bit too heavy, unfortunately. 4 more lifters to go. We have Loan Venot from France attempting 157.5 kilos. Trying to get on the podium. Going from 4th position currently to 3rd. With Hanrahan Miller still to go after her. Trying to retake that bronze medal position. It has been a tight race, but right now it is unraveling and we will see the results. She gets it going, stuck at the knees, and unfortunately it is a no lift. We are having an attempt change. Give it just a second for the screen to load. We have Abigail Hanrahan Miller going for 164 kilos, trying to take a stab at the World Sub-Junior deadlift record to go from bronze to gold in deadlift. She already has bronze in total. Can she secure a world deadlift sub-junior record? And the bar is loaded. The crowd is going wild. Abigail trying to focus. Setting up nicely, taking her time. And here she goes. Breaking the floor, and she is trying to lock it out. She keeps going. She's still going, and I think she's got it. 2-1. Good lift, and a new world sub-junior deadlift record for Abigail Hanrahan Miller. But now with still 2 more lifts to go. We have Eleni Guerrera from the USA. She has loaded 172.5 kg on the bar. She missed 171.5 trying to retake it. A world sub-junior deadlift record, taking it from Abigail, who's just said it 1 minute ago. And she breaks the floor. She's trying to lock it out. And this time I think she's got it. But unfortunately, again, 2 red lights. Insufficient lockout. She is crying, but she gave it her all. She is silver medalist overall on the world level stage. But now for the last lift of today, Chloe Tang from Singapore. For the 4th time today, a world sub-junior deadlift total record this time. And the jury has overruled Guerrera's lift. She has the world sub-junior deadlift record, 172.5 kilos, which now the answer of Chloe Tang from Singapore will be a deadlift world sub-junior total record and deadlift record. The deadlift of 173 kilos. Wow, this is crazy. I hope you can still follow. It's been a crazy session. Half a kilo gets added to the bar. Can Chloe Tang, first of all, take the deadlift record and also have another total record, which is already on her name? Chloe Tang from Singapore, 173 kg on the bar. And she did it! 3 white lights! A new world sub-junior deadlift and a new world sub-junior total record to her name. This has been an epic session. The revelations were incredible. There was drama, there was excitement. It was incredible. Looking at the screen, we see for the deadlifts in first place, gold medal position, we have Chloe Tang from Singapore. Silver medal position, Eleni Guerrera from the USA. And in bronze position, Abigail Hanrahan Miller. For the total, we see Chloe Tang from Singapore with the gold. In silver, Eleni Guerrera from the USA. And in bronze, Abigail Hanrahan Miller from Canada. This has been an incredible evening. We still have the medal ceremony to go, so don't go anywhere. This evening has come to an end, but it's only the start. We still have a few more days to go in this competition. My name is Elias de Buc, and I will be your commentator tomorrow. I will see you then.
Luciano from Italy, 72.5 kilograms. Second place and silver medal winning by Powerlifting. Now, Jessica Haggerty, first place, world champion in bench press, 82.5 kilograms here at Yellow Gold. Congratulations, and let's move to the deadlift ceremony. And we'll have starting with Cassandra Olivier from France, 137.5 kilograms that put her in third place, and she goes home with bronze medal in deadlifts. We'll have Jessica Haggerty from the United States with 130 kilograms, second place, and she goes home with the silver medal here. And we're finally having Shireen Hussein from Bahrain that gets gold medal and a world record in deadlifts with 156.5 kilograms. Congratulations to them all, and let's see the total ceremony. And for the total, we'll have Cassandra Olivier from France on the third place, 33 kilograms, and she's going home with the bronze medal in papers. We'll have Elisa Luciano from Italy in second place. 285 kilograms, but getting silver. And now, finally, world champion in sub-juniors 52 category, female Jessica Haggerty from the United States of America, 355 kilograms. Please release the United States national anthem. Please stand up. Congratulations, and let's prepare for the bench press ceremony. In bench press, we'll have Elena Guerrera from the United States, 72.5 kilograms for the third place and gold medal. We'll have Chloe Tan from Singapore, 80 kilograms that get her second place, and the silver medal goes for Singapore. And finally, we'll have Elizabeth Anderson from Norway, 82.5 kilograms, and bench press gold winner here today. Congratulations, and let's move to the deadlift category. So we'll be having Abigail Hanrahan Miller from Canada, 164 kilograms here, and a world record gold. and let's prepare for the total ceremony.